Hi everyone, Emma here. I just started my leather wrap bracelet with my Super Duos. So I'll tilt it a bit so you can see what I've got so far. So this is a pretty basic pattern and it's very easy to do. Now you do need a little bit of hand dexterity because when you weave through 3 holes, the third bead you have to your needle's already in position, so you either have to pull your thread all the way through, and I'll show you what I mean, and then add that third bead, or you can push your needle through a bit and then try and position your third bead onto it. Either way, it's still pretty easy compared to some of the patterns out there. So this is starting to look pretty good. I'll just show you, where's my, oh, it's right here. So this is the red. This is the natural red. There, I did buy another red. I bought this red, which is has a finish on it, so it's kind of a different color red, and it's shiny. This one's a little more matte looking. And I also have this one that's kind of like a red. Looks so much fun. But the thing that I noticed, it looks awesome on the spool because you've got it wound around a couple of times, so you're getting the different colors. But just to let you know, the color transitions, although they're pretty quick, although they're pretty quick, so here's the red starts here, and then it goes to yellow, and then it goes to green. It's pretty quick, but I mean, your bracelet's not going to be that long. All you're going to see is one section like this. So I have to think about this, about using this in a way that you get that effect of all the different colors. So maybe a multi-wrap with just, you know, a single bead, something like that. So then you would get these multiple wraps creating different colors. I don't know, we'll think about that. In the meantime, I'm gonna show you what I was talking about with this. Okay. Let me see if there's a way I can tilt this up for you to see. Put something. Let me see if this works. That might work. We'll try that. Let me bring it out a bit. You know, I'm gonna try something. Let's see. Move my stuff over a bit. There, that's better. So it's a little more. Make sure everything looks pretty good. Okay. So now we are going to go through this bead here like that, and we're going to add a red one on, and that's what I mean about your dexterity. Now what you could do is pull this all the way through and then add your bead like that, and then go through the next one. And I mean, this is a lot easier when you're doing this on your own with a flat surface. If you saw the way this is on my board, everything's tilted and stuff everywhere. So, okay. So now we're going to go underneath, and we're going to pop through that same holes So you have to go through all three. So make sure you find all three. And then you're going to go underneath your leather. And I always pull the piece that just went through tight. And I always hold these beads down so they don't pop out and get loose. And that. So now we're going to add the light colored ones. So there's one there. Then we're going to go through the red. And we're going to add another light colored one. And they'll get into place once you put them down. And I just go in here under your leather, find your holes to all three, and under the other leather, like that. Pull this one tight. You can hold it on the other side. And you see what I mean by the, and of course my stuff is getting hooked. And be careful, don't do what I just did. Pull it through that fast. I can tell the thread is starting to get coiled. So we're going to end up with a knot soon. Okay, so now we're going to go through the light colored ones and add a red in the middle. That, and then through the next light colored one. So that wasn't too bad. There. And keep going like that. So I'm going to keep going, and when I get to the end, I haven't decided that I was going to do just a single wrap, but I've cut too much leather, so I might do a double, and I'll come back and show you. Okay, so I got this far, and this is approximately one wrap. I think it comes, I don't know if you can see this, comes to about the midway point at the bottom of my wrist. So now I'm going to start. Now here's what happened. I had to change my thread, and I'm not really sure how to do it with these Super Duos because the holes are incredibly small. So normally what I do is I weave through, like I'll end with the tail, leave it out, then I'll take my new thread and weave through a couple of rows till I start adding new beads. I couldn't do that with these. There's just no way I could get thread to go through more than twice. So so that's the other reason. So I use this area of my wrist as ways to deal with if I don't have enough beads. I can start the next strand earlier because you don't really see that part anyway. Mostly what you see is the front of your wrist. So anyway, so that's what I did. So I'm at the midway point of my wrist. Now I'm starting to add these guys, and they're kind of in the same color family as these here, these Super Duos. So I think it'll go really well with the red leather. So far this is turning out really nice. There's the button, looks amazing as well. So I'll do a few rows and then I'll continue on and come back when I'm ready to end it. So let's just go ahead. I have a kitty cat in here, and he usually sits up next to here, let me move this leather for him. He usually sits next to me. It's being a pest. So just grab these guys and bring it down on my thread. I'm noticing my thumb and pointer finger is getting kind of dirty. I think I was doing some stretch bracelets and I used some glue, so I think a bit of glue stayed on my hands, and then when I started working with this red leather it might have gone transferred, but it doesn't seem to be on any other part of my hand, so who knows. I'll keep an eye on this leather and I'll fill you in if there's an issue with it. So just keep doing this. Oops. So I did find the working with the Super Duos, this is my second time using them, and I did find them really fiddly to use. So let me know if you guys have the same problem with them or if I'm just not doing it right. Let me enlarge this a bit for you. There. So I'm just doing this on my clipboard and it seems to be working okay. I probably will transfer this to my bead tray so I can do it in front of the TV, but I mean this would actually not take me long at all, this part. I found the Super Duo, I had to sit at my desk to do it. There was no way I could. There, so I will continue, and here's the kitty cat. What are you doing on my desk? Hey, shoo shoo shoo. Sit down or go play somewhere else. Okay, so I am done. Let me just double check the length before I put my knot in. So this actually, these two don't exactly match, so it kind of looks like two bracelets, and that's the idea of a wrap bracelet, is to make it look like you have a bunch of bracelets. So let me just double check again. Let's see where this winds up. Okay, perfect. So I have a really small wrist. Let me show you how small my wrist is so you can see there. So, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the barrel knot in. So I already went ahead and clipped the threads and glued them and stuff. If anybody has any hints on how to secure Super Duos, they are so tiny. Initially I started with a knot, like 2 knots, and then usually I weave it through the tail. There's no way I could get another strand through those guys, so I may have to use some nylon, like the clear plastic kind of nylon-y thread. So let's do 1, 2, and that through. I am just not doing well with my length of cord these days. I'm gonna have to sit down and work it through again, because I never end up with so little thread. Kitty, out! I have one cat that pulls the kind of nylon strands that you get your beads on. He pulls them out of the garbage and plays with them. No problem. I don't mind him doing that. But his brother eats them. So he'll drag them outside my office, and then his brother grabs them and eats them. Not good. Okay, so I'm going to do my knot with the long cord now. And this cord's pretty stiff. So this is the cord from Exotica. It's super, super beautiful leather. So I am willing to forgive them for how stiff it is. Once you start using soft leather, it's hard to go back. So let's grab my button. See, so we need it about there. So it looks like it's jumbled, but it's not. It's just move it down a bit and pull. So I thought I was going to maybe get knots in these. There's just no way. And again, you gotta straighten out your leather. Like the strands will start to warp a bit. So there, that looks like it will work. Like that. I might push it down a little more. It's, like I said, this is really stiff. Okay, and I want to put some dangles on this. This bracelet's for myself. So what I did was, I have a bunch of head pins, but I really love these earring wires that I got, and it's just this little bead here and the wrapped wire here, which I know I can make myself, so I'll have to do some of that. But so all I did was I straightened it out. So this is the wire itself. I straightened it out and I pulled it off, the bead and the wire, and I added it to this one with this beautiful flower. And then this one here, I am going to add my awesome Terracast Ohm charm that I just love. So let me open this and attach it, and then I'll wrap it. Put that on. And you know, normally I am super diligent about matching the color and the metallics, but you know what? I love it just like this. I think it's going to be beautiful. And yeah, so trying to decide if I dare try to wrap this. Okay, let's try. My wrapping skills suck. Okay, turn it down. Oh, it just occurred to me, I am gonna, because if I wrap it, I want to attach it to the bracelet before it's completed, because I don't want to add a jump ring. That was the whole idea of doing it this way. That is not the, it's not too bad, so let's kind of slide that open a bit. Oh, this is tight. Okay. It's a little too much. Okay, where should I put this? Do I put it on my button or right here? I think I'll put it right here. And close it without damaging my bracelet. Okay, now can I do this? That's the question. Let me get the other ones here. This is scary. Okay, I don't want to mar up my leather either. Actually, this stuff's pretty good. You know what? I'm going to move this down here because this is annoying. It's not helping. It was okay for the... Okay, move that over there. And we don't need that. Okay. Let's hang on to that. And I was going to say we're going to do a dirty wrap. It's called messy wrap. Oh my god, I'm getting tired. That's silly. I'm creating a new technique. It's called the dirty wrap. Performed by dirty girls. This is actually not as bad as I usually do. Okay, I think that's probably got it. It's getting pretty sketch. Squeeze that up. Looks like it's not too bad on this side. Can I squeeze this? Oh yeah, look at that. Let's get this. That's not bad actually. That looks really good. So let's clip that. Okay, there's a little sharp edge that I have to push in. Oh yeah, I see it there. There, I think I got it. Yep, that is beautiful. Okay, now for this guy. You know, I have to do the same thing. Okay, I squeezed it onto the leather and I don't want to do that because it's gonna damage the leather. See if I can kind of open that a bit. This is kind of, oh well. If I can get my tool in there. Okay, that's a little better. It's still kind of stuck there. Okay, where do I want to put this guy? Should I put it right next to? Or, no, I don't want to do that. Maybe I better put it on this side. Yeah. Okay, let's try this one. This one might be easier because the, oh no, I was going to say the wire was probably softer, but it's definitely not softer. Oh, that looks a lot better than... Oh, I need to... Don't forget, I gotta attach it now. Can we do this without opening it too? Oh, look, that worked out. Oh, the leather's thicker than it looks. Okay, now I gotta squeeze that shut. There. Now let's see if we can turn this. Try holding this here, like that. And I may just turn it once or twice because I don't want to do the same thing I did on the last one. Okay, time to get the other tool out. Yeah, it's moving a bit. Yeah, this is kind of difficult to do here. Oh, and I wanted to mention, I was talking about having my fingers were dirty, and I wasn't sure what it was from, but I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, you probably, there's some kind of reddish pink lines along here and over. So I think the leather did rub off a bit. So I will keep an eye on that. Let's see if I can get this tucked. Wow. It's so hard because it's on the... I had to make it difficult, didn't I? Man, oh man. Oh, and it's just making a mess of this. I do this without damaging my leather. That's gonna be it, I think. There's no way I'm getting any more out of that wire. Holy. Okay, let's see if I can scooch that in. Not too bad. Put that there. Oh, these guys out of the way. And oh, this is beautiful. Oh, look what I did. This is on the upside. So this one's on the bottom. Do you know what? This would dangle this way. So let's make this the... So don't do that. I've done that before, but because we're doing... I'll have to take these off and redo them properly. So I don't know if you understand what I did wrong. I should have aligned my bracelet properly so that the dangles were on the bottom side, the bottom cord. So it's on the bottom on this one, but it's not on that one. And there it is. That's awesome. So my new bracelet with all my favorite things on it. Super duos and red leather and this beautiful leaf button and a copper ohm and some beautiful, beautiful. There we go. Take care, everyone. Bye. I just wanted to show you what this bracelet looks like on my wrist. So it kind of sits crossways like this. Now you can adjust it to, you can adjust it to sit this way. But I actually kind of like it crossway, like that. And this is what this part looks like, and actually I was wearing it tonight this way. So That's what it looks like. And it looks pretty good. See if I can, there, that's a little better. Yeah, and it's super comfortable. And I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this part here. It doesn't bother me, I don't notice it, but I think I might either cut this a little shorter, maybe by half, or add a little crimp cover on this just to fancy it up a bit. But right now I love it. It's awesome. I cannot get over this red leather. It's so beautiful. So yeah, so that turned out really nice. And you know what, I was concerned about my lack of skill with my wire wrapping, but you know what, it's for myself and it's not bothering me, so it's not sharp, it's not sticking into my skin or anything, so I think I'm just going to leave it for now. I may end up taking it off and doing them properly, but right now looks awesome. So there it is. Cool.